Those who accept Jesus as their Lord consider him the owner of all they are and have, and the Mpofus are no exception. As cattle farmers in Zimbabwe, they believe that even though tithe and offering funds have different purposes in God's missionary plan, they are equally important and should be brought together. The Mpofus know that during the time of Malachi, the Lord invented his people to return to him because they were drifting away from him in tithes and offerings. Both tithes and offerings are expected and should be regularly brought after every material blessing received from God. And then, try me now in this, says the Lord, if I will not pour out for you such blessing that there will be no room enough to receive it. The Mpofus know that their giving in tithes and offerings should be motivated not primarily by their emotions, sympathy for missionary projects or leaders, or even by appeals from the church. Instead, they should be seen as an act of worship, which should always be performed after God sends them an income or increase. By returning the tithe from their herd to God, and at the same time bringing a bull as an offering, the Mpofus encouraged the visiting church elders who collected the animals and caught the attention of their neighbors and fellow church members. Inspired by their example, many others have pledged to the same giving pattern, returning at the same time tithes and promise or regular offerings after each financial blessing as an act of worship. And their giving is making a difference, not just locally, but around the world. Zimbabwe is home to Solusi University, a renowned Adventist institution that has been sustained by the sacrificial gifts of millions of believers worldwide. But the challenges facing the Southern Africa-Indian Ocean region, where Zimbabwe is located, are immense. Despite a long history of church growth, many members face difficult financial struggles. That's where our promise offerings come in. When distributed as suggested by the combined offering plan, it spreads hope and helps the church grow not only locally and regionally, but also in some of the most challenging areas around the world. Today, as we return our tithes and promise, regular and systematic offerings, let us follow the example of the Mpofus, bringing our tithes and offerings together as an act of worship. Let us put our desires last and God first.